So when you read something, do you have it?
Everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
To everything there's a season and a time to everything under heaven. Right? Then God comes back in Isaiah 43 and says, behold, I'll do a new thing. Shall you not know it? Shall you not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. That means that people that was living in the wilderness, they needed a river in that desert place. So God said, even though things are dry, things don't look the way you want them to look, I'm going to make a way for you. And then in Philippians chapter 3, verse 13, I want you to get that verse. Philippians chapter 3, verse 13. In other words, God created a new season. And if God can create new seasons, we can create new seasons. And how do we create new seasons? We create new seasons with our words. We create new seasons with our mind and our heart. Our heart is not what pumps blood, but our heart is how we think. Do you have it, son?
I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth until those things which are before.
So go ahead. Read.
Press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God in Jesus Christ.
So here we are in the New Testament. He said, listen, I'm not counting myself as I have apprehended. He said, all of the success I have, listen, I'm not counting that. But this one thing I do, I'm forgetting those things that are behind me. So how do you create a new season? You have to forget the things that are behind you. You have to forget your accomplishments. You can't live in tomorrow. And listen to what Paul says in Philippians 3. He said, I'm pressing towards the mark for the prize of the high calling in Christ Jesus. He said, no matter what I do in life, if I don't press towards a goal that is higher than my success, that is higher than my accomplishments, that is greater than anything that I have ever done in life. I won 10 Grammys, but if I don't press towards the mark of the prize of the high calling in Christ, those Grammys are earthly Grammys. My success is an earthly success. I'm not counting myself to have apprehended, that I've taken something, that I've accomplished something. The great men in the Bible that accomplish great things and failed. And it wasn't until they gave God the glory that they succeeded. Let's take, for instance, let me go here and open this up for you. I have something. It just crossed my mind just now. Nebuchadnezzar in the book of Daniel lost his mind. Now I need to find it in the Bible, but when Nebuchadnezzar, he had everything. Let me go to my word. And Nebuchadnezzar had wealth. Go to the book of Daniel, chapter 2. Let's start there first. The book of Daniel, chapter 2. He had everything in life. I'm sorry. It's something that's lingering from when I got sick. And I got sick and I lost weight. And I tried to wear a ring and I couldn't wear the ring because the ring was so loose. But listen, Nebuchadnezzar, do you have it, son? Chapter 2, verse 1. Read.
The second year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams, wherewith his spirit was troubled, and his sleep brake from him.
His spirit was troubled. But let's go to here. Let's go to Daniel chapter 4. Daniel chapter 4, verse 28. Because the dream takes on a manifestation. He dreamed a dream. There was a dream within a dream. Now listen to verse 4 and verse 28, where it starts off, but there is a God. Read.
'28.
28, chapter 4. Read.
Oh. All this upon the king of Nebuchadnezzar.
No. Chapter 4, verse 28.
Sorry. Daniel chapter 4, verse 28. Yes. All this came upon the king Nebuchadnezzar. At the end of 12 months, he walked into the palace of the kingdom of Babylon.
Wait, son. You're in chapter 4 of Daniel, verse 28. But there is a God in heaven that reveals secrets and make known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter day. Thy dream and the vision of your head upon your bed are these. Do you see that?
No, not in Daniel.
Okay.
4:28.
4:28. Let me read. So Daniel has a dream, one of the greatest kings that was ever in the Bible, and he goes to his sorcerers to get an interpretation. They couldn't interpret it. God locked heaven from sorcerers, astrologers, and soothsayers. Look at Daniel chapter 4 and verse 27. Daniel answered in the presence of the king and said, the secret which the king had demanded cannot the wise men, the astrologers, the magicians, the soothsayers show unto you. This is where God says, I can lock heaven from Elon Musk. I can lock heaven from politicians. I can lock heavens from anybody that think they know it all. And the magicians, the soothsayers, and the astrologers could not interpret Daniel's dream. Only heaven and the heavenly host of God's mind had the interpretation to the dream that Nebuchadnezzar